You're just gonna pop this up, and then you can see it naturally pops into the V, but then again, you can just push this here, and you pop it up. What's up, guys? I am super excited to be here with you today because we are going to be talking about an amazing brand that will take your whole Cybertruck experience to the next level. Have you ever been an adventurer that maybe didn't have or know how to become one? Or are you one of those people who's not very handy and doesn't have a whole lot of experience? That's me, but maybe you're not me and you are an outdoors person by nature. All that to say, I need to tell you about a company called Urander. They have this amazing bed rack. I'm gonna showcase, again, how you can get the best utility out of it. But we're gonna get into all of that. Again, Urander is such an awesome brand. I've been able to meet these founders. They're great people, and we're gonna get into all of that. So thanks again for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoy this walkthrough. All right, so I'm standing outside of Patrick's Cybertruck right now. And as you can see, it's got the bed rack here, and we're gonna go into some of the details behind this bed rack and how you can get the most utility out of it, and getting some details potentially on what it looks like to install. Why do the tour myself when I can just get an expert like Nick to come and help us?
Thanks, John. Yeah, why don't we start from the front, right? We have precision engineered wind deflector, and that really reduces the wind noise as well as the drag. And from Kyle Field's test to Canada, he took our setup to, I think, Banff, and over 2,500 miles. He only lost, on average, 6.5% efficiency compared to like a naked Cybertruck. So a lot of that is how precisely it's designed and engineered.
So that's insane. Only 6.5% out of a 2,500 mile trip. So don't put nice rims on your car, and next thing you know, you still actually have some efficiency to save instead of losing 10%. So again, you have the best engineers in the world working on this Urander product. So super love how they just, again, small things that make the biggest impact.
Nice. We also use really lightweight aluminum, 5052 aluminum, really solid, right? When you shake the bed rack, the whole truck shakes, right? It's really what we try to aim for, reinforcing the utility off the bed rack. If you don't have a beast and with the associated light bar, we actually give you a light bar for free. That can be mounted on top of the bed rack. And we hooked up Starlink. I don't know if... yeah, we hooked up Starlink right there on our crossbars, and we give you plenty of crossbars to work with. And this whole thing is modular, meaning your crossbars can slide front to back, and you can put in as many crossbars as you want, thus making it like a lumber rack or a really true utility rack. Something that we designed in this version is this side storage. You could put in there like your dirty stuff or for stuff that you need for quick access. We've seen people hooking up like shower heads, right, shampoo, and just do a look like a little cover here and just start showering outdoors. So that's basically the original idea behind this. You can also choose to have a MOLLE panel instead of this polycarbonate glass or polycarbonate panel. That'll really gives you a lot more expandability beyond just the polycarbonate.
And one other thing to note here, guys, is that, you know, why do they have this? It's so that you guys can keep more stuff in your truck bed and give you a lot more utility. And the other thing is too, is you can actually get access to the inside of this. You can see, yeah, you can start to unscrew that, but from both sides, you can get access to this. So again, this is meant for you to get as much utility out of your car. And again, who knows, maybe you'll put the awning on, and, you know, if you can, make sure, obviously it's closed, and you can, next thing you know, you're showering outside. But either way, the whole point of this is for maximum utility so that you can put whatever you need. And again, we're going to showcase some stuff on the other side. We're going to have Nick walk us through some of the stuff that's inside of these, this extra space here.
The whole idea of this bed rack is modular, right? You can add a back gate with a window. You can add roof panels to make this whole thing fully enclosed. You can swap them out for MOLLE panels. You can add crossbars, and you might be asking, oh, if it's so modular, it might be hard to install. That's completely not the case, because we have 3 big building blocks, right? The back side, the middle section, and the front section, and they come in bigger units so that it's easier to assemble. Other than that, I don't know, it's just really solid. Yeah, so we put tow ropes, kitchen equipment, right, some tools, and this is basically a portable compressor. You can just like whip it out and hook it up to your tires and air up or air down as you need. And it's really tightly integrated with our new hard shell 270-degree awning as well. You can also hook up any other awnings that we sell. It's backwards compatible as well.
All right, so we're actually inside of my truck, and I just wanted to showcase some of the things that Nick was saying. So we actually unscrewed these. And again, all you have to do if you want to, you just screw it in this way, and you just obviously righty-tighty. But all of this is just to showcase that you can get into this if you want to. Come in on this side, lift it up, so that, and if you need to, you can actually have stuff just popping inside of it. So super, super easy to use. And just really, again, just, all you do is just click, and obviously there's keys if you need to protect that, but it's just really, really easy to use. And again, you get 4 of these. It does look like, from the inside, you get three openings here, but there are 4 of these extra spaces. So I love this. If you, again, we always love to have our options here. And again, here's another view of like, I have not put my Starlink on it. I actually have the unplugged light bar, but again, they were able to use one of the crossbars to put in the light bar up here. And again, you can kind of see that unique design to save you that range. But again, as Nick was saying, it's pretty easy to install because it's in three sections, I believe. So one important thing to note is that you can actually use an Allen key to actually just go into the side of this right here and actually get it stuck in a location. So again, depending on, maybe you're stopping for a couple of days and you need to be able to have this open up all the way, you can have the Allen key in there so that, again, it's just popped up. See? So again, you can do this with all of them. So again, as the key word here is modular, right? The whole point of this is just to get as much utility as you can. So imagine all of these are just plopped up, and it allows you to be able to get as much access to the truck as possible. So first off, how do you install this? How long does it take? What resources do you have? Well, I could tell you, but we might as well hear from the experts. Nick?
Thank you, sir. We have 3 big building blocks, right? The back side, the middle section, and the front section. The first thing we do is finding that 4 mounting points that came with the truck, and then we will have a PDF explaining this whole thing. But once you have that 4 bases installed, then we put in these 3 big sections, and then do the same for the reverse side, for the other side, and then we put in the crossbars, and that's it. It is that easy. And then after that's when, if you want to put in a tailgate, we could do that. If you want to put in roof panels, we can also do that. And then sky's the limit, right? People have put in spare tire hinges, right? Shower heads, kitchen equipments, and use your imagination.
So as Nick said, they have a PDF, potentially a video coming also too on how to install this, but they break it down so that you, again, can just install it with a bunch of ease, and they give you all of that information. And one thing about them is they truly care about their product. They have the community in mind first. So if you ever have questions, I know that if you also need to reach out to them, they will answer your questions. Patrick and Nick and their whole team are just amazing people. So again, if you want to continue to enhance your adventure and outdoor lifestyle, I highly recommend the Urander Bed Rack. This thing is absolutely insane. And again, what I love about it is the fact of how customizable it is and how much utility you can get out of it. And again, here's another thing, right? So if you don't have a Cyber Beast and you want a light bar, you can actually put a crossbar in to put in the unplugged light bar. So it kind of just depends. And again, I don't have my Starlink on today, but I do have one, and I can, again, utilize the crossbar to get it in. So next, we're going to be talking about the Urander tent up here. This thing is absolutely insane. It comes with a couple of key things that you need to know about. It comes with lighting all the way throughout the tent. All you need to do is hook it up to a power bank. It also comes with an inflatable foam mattress with a free pump. It also comes with a panoramic view and almost a Z shape. Most of these truck beds literally come at a V, but this goes all the way up. And it actually has multiple modes. This is in summer mode right now, where you actually have the back panel down and you can see out the back. You actually can see the lake from this view. But it also too, if you have a lot of sand that's just hitting your face and you want to black it out because you're about to go to bed, you can literally put up all the sidewalls to cover up everything. And then the other thing, I'm going to have Nick share a little bit more details, but this is made with the absolutely best materials. And the other big thing about the Urander tent, first off, I can use it. If I can use it, any Joe, literally any person can use this, because all it is just a click of a couple buttons. It pops up into the V shape, and then you just push up the back and you literally have your tent set up. You get in, you can get the lighting set up really fast with just a power bank, and you're good to go. And again, if you're my size, I'm about 6'2", you can probably get a couple of kids in there with you. So it's really like 2 to 3 people, depending on the size of who's getting up there. All right, so what makes Urander different? Well, it has weather-resistant fabric. You have high-strength 280G polyester, which provides UV protection, 3,000 millimeters of waterproofing. It resists mildew, abrasion, and wear. And one other really cool thing that these guys do not sell themselves short on is the fact that they use real carbon fiber. I mean, this is the real deal, and this actually helps extend the tent. But this is used all the way through. And the other thing too is the fact that they have this suspension here that can help really just bring and move the tent up and down. But again, there's a bunch of things that, again, we'll post the link to really just showcase the Urander difference. But I just wanted to highlight the materials and how this really is just one of the best tents, if not the best camping tent that you can get for your Cybertruck. So 2 other things I just wanted to call out were the double layers on the windows all the way around. Again, you can black this thing out all the way. And again, this is just the summer mode here, so that's why you can literally see all the way throughout it. Also, I did want to call out here, you can also see if you have a power bank, which is hooked up right here, you can see the power bank, which is lighting this whole tent at night. And that is an absolute game changer, so that you can be able to see late at night. You can even read a book if you have to. All right, so I want to show you how easy it is to open up the Urander tent. So all you do is you're just gonna pop this up, and then you can see it naturally pops into the V. But then again, you can just push this here and you pop it up. And you know, like I said, the actuators are the same ones from Tesla that they use. And again, you pop it up and you get a square view, or what we would call a Z shape. Not just a V shape, but this gives you a view all the way around. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the truck, and I'm just gonna show you around inside of it, but that's how easy it was. It literally takes 10 seconds to just pop the thing up, and you literally have your bed for the night. All right, so here you can see that this is just fully opened. Again, it took me about 10 seconds, but you can see the other mode here, which is the summer mode, and you get the full access here, versus mine is completely enclosed right now. And again, you have those double layers that just really make it so that, you know, wind won't penetrate it. And if you want to, and it's getting, maybe it's the sun setting pretty late, but you just want some shut-eye, you can utilize the double layers to just black out this whole thing. Again, you can see here, once the second layer goes up, you really are just completely blacked out. And again, I'm just gonna showcase how do you even get into this. So something that comes with this is actually a ladder. All right, so Urander actually provides you with a ladder. So I took mine out previously, but you can actually, all you have to do is just hook it up. You literally just cling it, and then goes all the way down. Yeah, so you can just see how easy that was, right? And again, This is pretty much locked in. And then it doesn't even touch the back of the bed. So I don't even need to waste time to get onto the back of the bed. I can just use the ladder to get all the way up. And one other thing too that I love about this is they have this little squeegee thing here, or this little rope, kind of like what you would use on to keep stuff in the back of your truck. And it keeps all of the stuff inside. And again, it allows you to, if you need to, what do? Just bring it all the way down here. You can see it's kind of windy today, but here I'm just gonna bring it all the way down so that I can get it out of the way so that I can get full use. And again, it's just so easy to just get inside of it. So it's a little windy today, but one thing that is super special about this camping tent is the fact that you can literally just fold it all the way up and then just buckle it in right here. And it's no longer in your way. Again, we're also gonna put up the little awning in the back with these carbon fiber materials, just so that you can actually have a awning in something that, so the sun is not hitting you right as you get out. So it's a little bit windy today. So we're just gonna stick this in the back right here, push it up, and you can see that now you have full coverage. So I'm gonna get on the ladder and let's get into this thing. All right, so I'm sitting at the top of my Cybertruck in the Urander tent here. And as you can just see the beautiful lake view back here or through there. And actually, again, if you needed to, you can put all of this down like the summer camp mode over there. But I just want to showcase a couple of the things that are unique to the Urander tent, right? So again, here's your power bank, so you can get access to the light bar that lights up. And then again, they have this awesome foam up here at the top. Again, you're talking like the best materials. And then again, I've talked so much about these double layers. So if you want to, you can black out everything here and just really just, again, just go all the way up and you will have no wind at all. And then if you want to, like I said, like in the other side, open this up and boom, look at that. So you can just see out of it. And then the other thing is too, is I have this inflatable mattress here on the ground and they give you a free pump that gives you access. The other thing I love about it too is they give you all these extra storage spots back here. So you just get to be able to sleep back here. And the other thing too is, so I'm a 6'2" guy, and look at this. My feet are all the way in, and I even have some head space up here. You can see up here. So depending on, how big your kids are or, whoever you're bringing up here, you can sleep 2, maybe up to 3. But really, it's super nice. And what do you see at the top is just this really nice material up here. And then again, you can also just see out the side. So super, super cool. The most important thing is how easy this is to put up. Again, I cannot explain this. It went up in 10 seconds and you're just able to fold a couple of things up, put this, the rope down just to get it out of your face, put up the awning, and you are good to go. And you have the ultimate outdoor experience. All right, so the other thing that I wanted to call out is the fact that this is 2 layered. So you can literally unzip this whole thing and actually put this underneath the mattress so that you can look out. So next thing you know, you're waking up in front of that or whatever the view is. But that will allow obviously all of the air to come in and anything else. And then again, just zip it up if you want to black it out. And that's, it's going to be important at night. If you also want an AC pass-through vent, maybe it's really hot where you're camping, this is something you can use. Again, they just make it so easy. Let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe there's a favorite feature that you have, but I'm a huge fan. So I've given you a full walkthrough of the Urander camper. And as you know, if it can work for me, it can work for anyone. It literally popped up in 10 seconds. You literally have the best materials with double layers on the actual inside so that you can black it out, keep the wind out, but you can also take everything down so that you can see directly out. Imagine sleeping and next thing you know, you're waking up to the lake in front of you with the window wide open. You also have these actuators, which are the same ones as Tesla uses, so they don't skip a beat on the actual materials. And we called out some of the other stats on just the fabrication and everything that they're using. I also love the fabric that they use at the top of the actual shell, which you can feel. Again, they could have gone cheap and just made it just the hard shell, but what do? They paid attention to detail. We're gonna showcase again how to close it as well, but again, this is, you know, what makes this brand so unique is just the ease of use, the engineering talent that went in to create such an amazing product. And it's like Tesla in a lot of ways. They're constantly iterating and making this product better. And so you heard a little bit from Nick today, from Urander, about the Urander difference, their vision, and why they are making these products. And again, I can tell you one thing, even though this is out, they're still not done iterating. There's more stuff coming. But again, it's just, you know, we're going to put a link in the website to where you can go and actually buy one of these. They're running about $2,500. The rack as well is probably a similar price. I think a little bit discounted right now, but at the same time, again, the bed rack plus the camper really are just a game changer for your outdoor lifestyle. And if you're like me, you are a busy person and just have a night out, this is what's going to help you get there fast. All right, so we're about to tear it down. And again, this is all about how easy is it to do. So we're gonna pull this out, pop it out right here, put this inside. We're gonna pop this down. They all go in together. We're gonna put this inside of it. When I talk about ease of use, it took 10 seconds to pop it up. It's gonna be even more simple to close it. You pull it all the way out. And now it's a V shape. And all you have to do, we're gonna put this down. We're gonna get this up so that nothing gets stuck outside, right? We're gonna bring all this stuff down. Again, I don't want anything stuck in there. And then I'm gonna bring this down. And then I just try to give it a little bit of a click, right? And then obviously we have the ladder, which again, you can kind of store really anywhere you want, but I mean, this thing is just, so you can just put this in the back of your truck bed, this thing loops over and you're good to go. So you can actually lock this inside of your truck bed. Ugh. But yeah, you can actually lock this inside so that you can leave everything related to the camper inside. So, but again, super easy. This thing is super integrated with your Tesla, with the Urander bed rack. So a big fan. And again, opening it is just as easy as closing it. So that's all you got to do. Your home's closed for the night. Now you can go home.